numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist, man. Check the wrist, man. Got him hot. Ay, man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, pass the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards. You just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me, cause her blame she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, what a point to guard. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Yeah. 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 Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. This will be taken very short. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Under 10, under 10, 10. Put that down. 57 Mike. Coming. 36.
This is Kenyon Drake, the 4th-year man from Alabama. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
We're good, we're good. You ready?
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Watch that in, got it right. 637. Hey, small. Got four down. Express.
From the gun, it's Carr. And he hits Drake. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. On play action, it's Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 57. Mike, 57. 618.
Shotgun now for Carr. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Raider first down.
Hey, 734.
Carr now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On 2nd down now. It's Drake. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Running for the shotgun with Drake. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quentin Williams in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Hey, 4 down. Sponge, White Monday. Express. 9. Hey, Steve 6.
Here's Carr. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. 4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Carlson now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check. Motion out of the backfield.
A first carry for Trenton Cannon, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down by Trayvon.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
All day, baby. Waiting. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. No gain on this defense. No gain.
Here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
What now? 694.
Now a play fake. Carr fighting to stay upright. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
To try again after the sack. Carr eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Looking downfield for Jones. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off of play action, Darnold. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, this is Cannon. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
Pick it up. Pick it up. He's coming. He's got touch.
They'll run on 1st down with Cannon. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Mike 50. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn it.
On 2nd down, it's Cannon. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Now it's Darnold. Gets it to his running back, Cannon. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Motion. Hey, check motion.
To throw is Darnold. That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Willis able to record his 5th sack of the season. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Give me that ball, defense. Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50. Here we go, D. Here I come. Watch the safety creep.
Back to Cannon again on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd down now. It's Cannon, and they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Here's Darnold. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Hey, high 7. 25 to Mike. We're going 20. Young lady. Switch up. Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Let's go. Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Here we go.
They're going to go. It's Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Topper! Watch the whip. Check. Friday. 29. Hey, wahoo!
Working from the gun, it's Carr. This one caught by Davis. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
To number 17.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And down inside the 15 he goes. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
Watch the ship. Check. Lucky. Ship. Check. Come back down.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
23.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
We got 4.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. All right, here we go. Check 37. Check 37.
On third down, here's Cannon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. Open man is Anderson. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. He was the leading receiver for the Jets a season ago. Robbie Anderson, 50 catches, over 750 yards, and getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now a year plus under their belts collectively. You'd figure that those numbers for Anderson might be trending further north. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41.
Lady, crunch, crunch. At 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
On the carry, it's Cannon. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 12-yard line.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Flush to his right, and they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the fourth. Point after, right down the middle. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. And that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Henry Anderson picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
93. Hey, Charlie. Express! 808!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Carr being chased out left. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Go! Go!
The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Hey, you got 3, you got 3. 3 down, 3 down. Red 80. SOS. SOS, SOS. 24 is the mic. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
On first down, Cannon. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
Get him, boy.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. One more time, it's Cannon. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
X3, 218, chop it.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Trenton Cannon, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time, gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. To throw is Carr. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
29. Hey, Echo.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Carr going to go on 4th down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Carr now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Carr. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Hey, orbit. It's fresh.
Now Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Carr to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more.
7:34.
One final try now for Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Jets, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will hit the road next week. On EA Sports.